Well, we have a topic for you guys today. This is a topic that every business owner deals with at sometime or other in their life. And definitely every program director, anyone who enrolls people for programs or memberships, etc. But the question I pose is, why are we scared to ask for the money? Because once we know why, then maybe we can correct it. And let me say first that it's okay to have that intimidation factor to start with, especially if we don't have a lot of experience. When you first start something like a white belt, are you supposed to be good at it? Well, not necessarily. I mean, we have some people, because of their personality traits or the way they're just made, they're better salesmen than others. People that get involved in the martial arts from a business perspective, they don't want to be salesmen. So they have that bad vibe from asking for money. But if you're in a business, if you have a karate school of any type, typically, unless you're doing it free, money changes hands. So how do we get over asking for money? I have three big reasons why you might be scared to ask for the money, and then I want to give you ways to overcome it. Let's talk about the first one. First one being, you might not believe in the product, whatever it is. Now, we're talking about martial arts here, but it could be anything, for other businesses. But as far as martial arts, you don't believe in the product. Well, you shouldn't be working in a karate school. Pure and simple. Number one, think about what it's done for you. I mean, if you have taken martial arts, what has that done for you? We know that it enhances a person's life and a person's character if it's taught correctly, from a physical perspective, from a mental perspective, self-defense aspect, all those things. I mean, martial arts is just phenomenal. When we're talking about not believing in the product, do you think that the reason we have difficulty with that is because we're being somewhat hypocritical? If we are selling the program and we say that we help instill self-discipline and confidence and respect and things like that, do we? I mean, have you seen it in yourself? Have you seen it in other people? Do we do that in the program that we sell? And if you can't answer affirmative to that, then, well, that's an issue. We're being hypocritical about what we're selling, and then, well, we have to overcome that, because our product needs to do what it says it's supposed to do. Okay, so that's the first thing. First thing is, do we believe in the product? Number two, do I believe in the person I'm working for or the organization that I am associated with? That might be an issue too. Do I believe that I'm selling this program to this person, but they're going to have another instructor, and I really don't have a lot of faith in that other instructor or the organization that I'm with? Now, that could be an issue too. And that is something you just have to deal with and wrestle with. But let me say that if you can separate martial arts and the teaching of martial arts from that person that you're working for, you might not like them as a person, and that's okay. But as a martial arts instructor or what you're teaching in that facility, then that person's going to get a lot out of it, right? Now, if you can't separate that, and then going back to number one, not believing in the product or it being hypocritical where we're not teaching self-discipline and respect, if those two are an issue, then you need to have some kind of exit strategy. You need to leave, and you need to leave right, and that'll be another video, but you need to get out of there. Okay, there's something wrong with that environment. There's something wrong with that product. You need to leave. Okay? All right, those are the first two. I don't believe in the product. I don't believe in the person I'm working for or the organization I'm with. Number three, this is the big one, okay? I'm trying to make this video short. This video could go on forever. We could talk about this a long time. Third one's the biggie. It's yourself. You don't believe in yourself. Now, why is that? Well, when I'm asking for the close of the sale or for that person to enroll, I'm scared they're going to say no. And if a person says no to you, does it hurt you so bad? Once you do this for a while, you understand that you get more no's typically than you do yeses. And that's just life, period. So we do this drill in our training. It's called the no drill, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably familiar with it. You sit in a circle, you have somebody in the middle, and everybody goes around several times and tells them no every way they can. No, I will not. You'll never make me. Absolutely not. Heck no. Blah, 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 blah. And you keep going. And you get used to hearing that no, and it doesn't hurt me. And let me just say this too, because this is vital for people to understand. When a person says no to you, it's not necessarily you. The time is not right for them right now. The money is not right for them right now. There's someone else that's not right for them right now. It is not you specifically that they're saying no to. Understand this. You got students that love you to death and they're still going to leave you, right? Sooner or later, they're all going to leave. You just want to hang on to them as long as you can, have an impact. So, enrolling that person when they say no, it's not necessarily you. Another reason you might have this confliction with yourself is you might be asking, let's say you're doing an upgrade and it involves several $1,000s. You might have the mindset that that's a whole lot of money. And I'm scared. And as owners and managers, we have to be careful of the people that we train, especially ones that come from a scarcity background. I grew up pretty poor. My mom on that side of the family they were Amish and Mennonite. And I didn't have a store-bought shirt until I was 12 years old. And I was 12 years old, I started working. My mom would work single mom. My mom would work 3 jobs, sometimes 4 at a time. I started working when I was 12. And so money was scarce, and I was never really taught how to handle it. It's just work to get it. You just work. And that's my background. So, when I first started asking for this, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 at a time, that's a lot of money. And I was intimidated by that, okay? And one of the things we got to overcome with that is making sure that you understand it's a win-win. It's going to hugely benefit this person if they buy this program. And it is going to benefit you. It's going to benefit them and change their quality of life forever. Now that's us, though. Is that a sales statement? No, that's a fact. I've had 9 of my female students attacked over the years. They've all been able to get out of their situations, thank you, Lord. But what if they never took martial arts? How would their life have been changed? And you teach for a while, you can tell. Your students, their level of confidence, etc. It's tremendous. And I don't want to spend a lot of time doing the virtues of martial arts, talking about that so much as the idea that when you're asking for that amount of money, understand it is for their benefit. And more times than one, I've had people tell me after they've gone through the black belt program, the 2nd, 3rd degree programs, people will say, and you'll hear this eventually too, that's the best money I've ever spent. Absolutely. Maybe a fear and intimidation you have is if you enroll this person, they're going to be with you long term, let's say. Can I live up to the expectation that I think that they expect of me? And just look how that feels. You're already sabotaging yourself. Get over that. You wouldn't be in the position you're in if someone didn't believe in you, and you got to believe in yourself. So martial arts helps you do that. The sales part of it, the business part of it is definitely different than the art side, somewhat, but you got to believe in yourself on and off the mat. So let's recap real fast. Maybe you're scared to ask for the money because you don't believe in the product. Well, we can all say here, that's probably not the case. Martial arts is a great product. Number 2, we don't believe in the person or the association, organization that we're working for. That can be an issue. One of those two are an issue. We need to have an exit strategy. Need to find something else to do or find another organization or other person to work for. Number 3, yourself. And when you're dealing with yourself, let's make sure that, especially people that we train, you have that fear of rejection. You have that, that's way too much money, or I don't believe I can live up to that expectation. So those are things that we need to get over. And just understand you need to make that a win-win for that person. It's a great deal for them. It's a great deal for you. And listen, a lot of them will say no, and that's fine, okay? Because the next person may say yes, and their life will be forever changed for the better. And if it wasn't for you, it would not have happened for them.